UVU, right?
Yes.
So, how has your experience at UVU really shaped the future that you want to head towards?
Well, this is my first semester here at UVU, and also my, what is this, 5th day. So not a whole lot, but I will say it is a little different than the other colleges I've been to, and I appreciate that.
Awesome. That's great. So, in comparison, right, what other colleges have you been to?
I've been to Brigham Young University, Idaho, which was awful. Let me throw that out there. And then I was at Utah State earlier this year and last year as well. And yeah.
What challenges have you faced at BYU, Idaho?
It was really cold. It was like negative 40 degrees for a couple times. I was a political science major then, and they happen to have, they do political science a little differently than I would personally. And that is that they kind of say things that are just wrong from any kind of standpoint. So that was a little difficult for me. Like they essentially said that there is no such thing as separation of church and state, and I was like, that is wrong. So I'm going to remove myself from the situation because I want to actually have a good education, and I didn't want to do politics anymore. So now I'm in film.
Now, I agree with you wholeheartedly.
Thank you.
But I want to make this really hard for you.
Okay.
Define wrong.
Wrong? Well, wrong means incorrect. It's not...
Keep going.
Okay, going. It's not... Wrong is just wrong. I mean, we have evidence backing up the fact that, for instance, in this case, that the separation of church and state didn't exist was wrong, because it does in the First Amendment, of the Constitution. That's evidence proving that it's wrong. And so that was just right there. It was like, you're really going to be in a political science class teaching the government and saying, oh, there isn't? That's wrong. So, remove myself from the situation.
That's a perfect answer. That's great.
Thank you.
Could you make an example of what they were teaching that was wrong that made you branch off from BYU, Idaho, into UVU?
Yes,
well, you went to Utah State first.
Yeah, I went to Utah State first. The stuff like that whole, how I just mentioned, the separation of church and state isn't real. Stuff like that.
Isn't real, like the country in Israel, like Israel and there isn't real? Those two countries?
What? No.
I'm just kidding.
No, they were just saying it wasn't real. There was no actual separation between church and state. And, if you've studied politics, if you've taken just entry-level government at all, you know that that is wrong. And they were trying to, it's that school tends to, in their own, terms and conditions, it does state how they do try to lean things into a more religious aspect. But at the same time, I feel like it's wrong to put a religious spin on something. It is wrong. Like, there is no separation of church and state when there is.
So what made you choose to go to U of U after leaving BYU, Idaho?
Well, I didn't really I solely wanted to go back there just because I had friends there. But it was not going to be a good fit for me regardless. I didn't know what I wanted to do at that point in time. And I just knew I didn't really want to be there. I just wanted to go back to be with my friends. But then my friends also left. So I was like, oh, okay, I'll just go somewhere else. So I went to Utah State instead. And I didn't know what I wanted to do there. And then I discovered I wanted to do film, so now I'm at UVU.